It's now time for the VP playback. Let's go. Okay, let's go to Hampton, Tennessee, home of the Hampton Bulldogs. And the Hampton Bulldogs already are in first place in their division. And you know what? They're going to take on an undefeated Daniel Boon 5A school as they blaze a trail through the sign entering the stadium, and we're in for a good matchup. Big, tough test for Hampton Bulldogs as Trevor decides to go high in the sky in the first quarter early, and he passes it to Chance on point. He takes it inside the 30-yard line, and you know what's unlike Bulldogs to just strike first in the air. They usually have that tough running game, and there it is. Hopping over a player, Dominique Burleson takes it inside the 5-yard line. And that's going to set the Hampton Bulldogs for great field position to hand off to the workhorse, the big bulldog himself, Levi Bulldog Lunsford, as he takes it into the end zone for the touchdown. Hampton Bulldogs march right down the field with 5:30 left in the first quarter. But you know what? Hampton has to go for two, and they give it back to Lunsford, and Lunsford finds his way into the end zone for the touchdown, the 2-point conversion. Bulldogs up with the early lead, 8-0, and the Bulldogs with Chance Point. The Nels bounce pass kick to number 11. You know who that is. That is Jones. And he takes it in great field position for Daniel Boon. But a little confusion there on that play. But Boone, I believe, turned the ball over anyway as we're skipping around. Chance Point fakes a punt and he decides to keep it on fourth down, and he good go all the way inside the 10-yard line, close to the 10-yard line, for a big first down for the Hampton Bulldogs, and takes it into the second quarter. And you got Trevor. He decides to call his own number, keeps it, takes it around the end, gets it closer to the end zone, but still a little bit short. Bulldogs band playing, cheering on the Bulldogs. That was actually a fourth down where Trevor went, he was stopped, but they get another opportunity. As you see, Lunsford takes it inside the 20 this time. Trevitt with another opportunity for the Hampton Bulldogs, hands it off to his workhorse, the Bulldog, the Lunsford himself, and he takes it close to the 10-yard line. This time, they're going to hopefully get in. And of course, they do with a little push from the Bulldogs, and the ref decides to give him a touchdown. Hampton Bulldogs, and they are all over playing stingy football as they're going for two to get the conversion, and just a little bit short. But yeah, they're playing some stingy ball. Boone, this is why you didn't see much offensive highlights. They only had the ball like 3 times in the first quarter. Anyway, second quarter, fourth down. Boone need to make some kind of magic happen. They go into the Wildcat and they give it to Jones, and Jones nowhere to go as he is stuffed for a loss and short for the first down. Turns the ball over to the Hampton Bulldogs, and I'm telling you, the Hampton Bulldogs, 2A school, playing tough ball against Boone, and there was a little counter in around, and that handed off to Greenwood. Tricks him for an 8-yard gain, and they also get the penalty as personal foul on Boone, and that's going to march the ball even farther. And they, guess what? Counter left, counter right this time. Give it to Greenwood, and it looks like it works again. You see another dirty laundry flag go down as this time it's on Hampton Bulldogs, and they get backed up close to midfield. 49 seconds left in the half. They're up 14-0, trying to get 21. Believe it or not, can you believe it? Which Boone is very stingy on defense, giving up any points, and they already given up 14 points before the half, with a chance of Hampton taking it to 21. Trippett at quarterback. He calls it, has to punt it. Oh, but it gets blocked. It's blocked, and it's picked up recovered by Trout, which I thought Trout would probably pick that up and go ahead and take it on into the house. But anyway, gives Boone an opportunity with just a few seconds left. And Jenkins looking, but nowhere to go. And he's dumped and ripped from the ball. Gives it back over to the Hampton Bulldogs. And like I said, with just a few seconds left, Trivett has another opportunity to maybe put 21 points on the board. And completed pass to Greenwood. And that gives them another opportunity just before the half. 2 seconds left. And you know what they got to do. They're going to have to throw it into the end zone. Cheerleaders cheering, hoping for a magical moment to happen. Can you believe it? The clock's ticking. 5, 4, 3, 2, and just before it sounds off, the snap is off, and Trivet looks and he rolls out, but he decides to go into the corner in the end zone. High in his guy, he finds Point, but just barely overthrows him. And that's going to end the half. believe it or not, 2A Hampton Bulldogs, ranked, I believe, 3rd in the state, over Daniel Boon, 14-0, which Boone is not too bad in their division. I believe they're ranked like 3rd or 4th in the state. Anyway, little pitch, sweep to Trout, but Trout has nowhere to go but back, and he's stuffed back around the 40-yard line. Big-time play for the Bulldogs. Boone, Jenkins, trying to make something happen in the 3rd quarter. And he goes high in the sky and he finds, incredible catch there. Trout makes an unbelievable catch around the 6-yard line for Daniel Boon, and that strikes some magic for Boone. And Jenkins decides to hand it off to number 1.
And he's going to walk into the
Young takes it into the end zone for the touchdown, but he's like, whoa, wait a minute. Are you kidding me? Oh, and it's going to come back. Holding. Backs Boone up, 3rd down. Jenkins decides to go in the air. They've been doing pretty good in the air, and he lets it go, and he finds number 9 in the end zone. Touchdown, Daniel Boone. Boone putting some points on the board, and they got Shrewsbury there. Of course, he knocks it in. Extra point was crucial. 14-7, 10:33 left in the 3rd quarter. And Hampton Bulldogs with Lunsford, and man, he is a tough guy to tackle. He gets a big game for the Hampton Bulldogs, and this time they hand it off to,
and there's your change of pace.
They mix it up a little bit. They hand it off to, you know him, Dominique Burleson, and the crowd's cheering. Great game, cheerleaders cheering, and they do a little stand there. Boone trying to stop Hampton Bulldogs, and somehow Trivick tries to escape, but he goes nowhere but down. And
Daniel
Boone, incredible play there by Luke Scott, and Daniel Boone takes Trivick down. Gives the ball over to Boone, or gives the ball over to Boone, and Boone throws an interception by number 5, Greg Carrico, and gives the ball back over to the Hampton Bulldogs. Boone just struggling all night, just no answers there. And Hampton, I mean, they're just all over. There's the cheerleaders cheering on the Hampton Bulldogs, and maybe if they can get another touchdown, this can maybe secure the deal. But oops, ball gets loose. Trivet decides to pick it up, and he's dumped and actually loses the ball. It's stolen by Trivet, and Trivet's like, wait a minute, what are you blowing the whistle for? But he's not buying it. He decides to just go ahead and jog it on in to the end zone, which he wishes was a touchdown, which would have been a big change of pace for Boone. Anyway, Boone with the ball.
Inside handoff.
They hand it off to Young, and Young, man, he is making a big-time first down play for Daniel Boone, and Daniel Boone needs that energy and that magic to, reverses the side of the field, and he goes, not Young, but this time, Kirkpatrick. Incredible play there. 4th quarter, Jenkins finding his receiver wide open, and this gives Boone an opportunity. Of course, he indicates first down, 10:08 in the 4th quarter, but they're down still by 7, and Boone decides, Jenkins calls his own number, and he finds his way into the end zone, and the refs give it to him. Touchdown, Daniel Boone. Boone only down by 1 point, and you see the Boone fans going crazy because now they're back into the game, and Shrewsbury with the extra point kick, and it is good, and it's all tied up. 14-14, 9:35 left in the 4th quarter. Well, Boone's going to have to make some magic happen. Of course, you give it to Lunsford. He spins, and he bulldogs his way for the first down. Gets him out of the hole there, and this time you hand it off to, is that, I believe that was actually, who was that? I couldn't even tell who that was. I believe that was actually Burleson that did it. Anyway, Greenwell. That counterplay's been working for them all night, and he goes down, and he's like, is it turf toe? Is it cramps? What's going on? He needs a little bit of assistance, so he hops his way off. They said, get on off the field. Go have a seat there. Let's check him out. See if it's cramps. They check him out. Coaches come around. Trainers come around, and they make sure that he's okay, and he just pops right back up, as if nothing ever happened. So Green was okay. Anyway, Hampton seems to be okay with great field position. They hand it off to Lunsford. Lunsford takes it in for the first down. And Lunsford, Oh, man, he is a powerhouse. Workhorse, just bulldozing, busting through people, trucking over people for another first down and takes it inside the 5-yard line. Man, that guy is a workhorse of a runner, and he finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown. Bulldogs taking the lead once again, and the Boone Trailblazers defense, our Shock fans are happy. They're clapping. 2:27 left. They're up 20-14. They're going for 2, and he gets the ball quick. Oh, just a little quick. Too quick. Off the hands of Chance Point. They're going to have to hold a 6-point lead, 2014, but it's still enough time for Boone to do something like this. As they have the passing game working real good, they pass it off to Trout. Trout, with no doubt, gets the first down. He gets pushed out of bounds, puts Boone in great field position. This time Jenkins rolls the left, and he's looking to keep the ball in the air. No, he decides to keep it, and he gets out of bounds, takes it around the 40-yard line. So now they're in scoring position. Of course, they got a good flip from Shrewsbury, but they need a touchdown. And they may not have time for 2 field goals from Shrewsbury. Anyway, Jenkins goes high. These guys finds wide open into the end zone. Touchdown, number 13, Kirkpatrick into the end zone. And Daniel Boon has shocked the stadium. They now have the game all tied up. 1:54 left. Shrewsbury, it's up to you. And, he makes it, but dirty laundry, and the flag is on Daniel Boon. That's going to have to back up Shrewsbury, but he's got a great footing. He's like, no problem. He kicks it into Kingdom Come there. Anyway, Shrewsbury. Daniel Boone with the lead for the first time in the game. 21-20, 1:54 left in the game. And the Hampton Bulldogs find themselves in a little bit of trouble where they've had the lead all night. And boom! He gets stopped, sacked, and Trivet is down. And the Bulldogs seem to be down as they try to dig themselves out of the hole, but they do a little pitch and a little pass, but he gets rid of it and just throws it to the ref. Had to save from getting a losing yard. But anyway, Trivet, he's dumped, and it just looks awful as Luke Scott and the Daniel Boon Trailblazers, 1:02 left. 4th down, desperate. Trivet in his own end zone, looking for anybody. Tries to just throw it high in the sky and hope for a prayer, and nobody gets it. And the Daniel Boon Trailblazers somehow come back, and they steal one from the Hampton Bulldogs.
Let me see ya. Hey.